Hi, welcome back to my channel, Making It Make Sense. If it's your first time joining, thanks for joining. And if you've been here before, thanks for returning. So earlier today, I did make candles with my teens, and they're currently not here. And I will be doing this video by myself. And my 2-year-old will probably come and pop her nose in a few times. And I apologize. I did just finish eating the Pop Tart with her because she was begging for one. So I kind of have some chocolate in my teeth. But anyways, like this is not a planned video at all. So it just so happened to be I'm getting ready to make this candle for Thanksgiving for my table tomorrow. So as you can see, I'm just trying to like get it set up. I just put this on there. That's the first thing. And then I was putting up my candles from earlier, my supplies. And I was like, I really could use the candle for like a centerpiece or something. So I'm just gonna do one, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. So I did also state earlier that I was gonna show you the different way of melting wax that I have used, and I'm gonna do that right now. So if you haven't like watched any of my video, I am kind of like El Cheapo. So sometimes if I can save money, I just do just extra stuff just for no reason at all or just for practice or whatever. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. But I wish this was empty and I would use this because this would be a nice holiday candle holder to use, container, whatever. But I might go ahead and use this one for Christmas. Make a candle for Christmas with this one. As you can see, it was a different candle. And earlier when I made the candle, well, I don't have it here. The crystal candle, it was a little purplish. And I was trying to wonder why. And it smelled exactly like this because you can see there's still like a little purplish color. So at the bottom, I didn't realize there was some of this original candle still in there. So I guess as the wax melted from the bottom and rose to the top and melted along with the Crisco, it kind of changed it to like a lilac color pastel. You can kind of see, well, you can't tell by this piece, but it's a very like light purple lilac-ish color. And I do like mix my candle wax with my Crisco sometimes when I make candles. Because, like I said, sometimes there's a little bit of candle left, and I may do this and melt it together. But it's fine, and it will still give it like a nice scent. Oh, or even if you use the same container. But I'm just going to demonstrate here and tell you what I have. So I am going to use this wax again to make the candle. And like I said, I don't measure. I just kind of like eyeball it, and I'll just melt some, and then just keep melting as I need. And this is what I used last year. You can see. I don't know if you can tell. There's like different colors in here. So this is what I typically use to do this here. And I got all my materials out. I haven't started. I got my hot glue ready. So the method that I did try last year, so I did use my jackery because I was trying not to use so much electricity. I mean, it's not really that much of a difference in electricity, but I did want to like cut down because the winter time using like the heat. So just any kind of extra, I didn't want to. So I was just trying to cut down on just any kind of extra. I'm gonna bring this closer. Just any kind of extra energy cost. And so I am going to go ahead and heat up my gun and go ahead and glue these, and I'll do it off camera. It's gonna take a second for this, a couple seconds for it to heat up. But currently on this jackery, I do have like a small one, 290 watt, I believe. Right now it's going back and forth between like 16 and 18. So if you like, you can say 18 because that's like the highest that it goes. I guess it's cutting like on and off, and the temperature is like adjusting. It's saying 16 right now, but it has gone up to like 18. So I guess there's something in there that turns on and turns off when it gets so hot. But I was just say 18 watts. So I'm only going to be using this for like a couple of seconds, like a minute and a half at the most. So it's not really using a lot of my power. But after I go ahead and do that, do my put my wicks in, I will be right back with the next step. But before I do that, I am just gonna go ahead and tell you that I used this last year to melt my wax in here. And I use my jackery to it's like a candle warmer. I don't know if it's a candle warmer or a mug warmer. I don't remember. I think it's the candle warmer. Oh, this one says beverage warmer. So that's what I said. I used to have a candle warmer. I think the candle warmer is a little bigger and it may put out more wattage. I'm not sure. But this is for like a coffee mug or something. And I did have a candle warmer. I don't know what happened to it. But as you can tell, I'm repurposing this to use as a candle warmer slash uh wax melter. So I'm just trying to save a little electricity, but it's not that big of a deal either way. And then this is also a good emergency prep item to have because you might wanna like warm something up and you may not have anything to make a fire with, or you just may want to keep something warm for a couple of hours. Move back. Okay, so the next step, I did go ahead and put my wicks in here. So the next step is for me to go ahead and warm up my wax, melt my wax. So I did go ahead and turn this on. And I'm just like power just for completion. And like I said, I'm not like measuring or specific amount. Uh Last time since I was making like plenty of candles, I was making more than one candle. I was just refilling candles. What I did was just pretty much fill this up all the way with wax because I was doing several candles at one time. And I just kind of every few minutes come back and stir it. And I don't remember how long it took this to like melt all of this wax. And this is a 12.5 ounce jar. It looks like. And it is a thicker glass. Right. And the reason I am using this is because there was a candle in here. Like I got a candle for a Christmas gift one year, like about 3 years ago. And I used it the rest of it last winter. And I just kept it and since it's like a thick glass, like I said, it's not thin. It's just like perfect for using this to melt, so I don't have to worry about it like getting too hot and breaking. Hopefully, as long as there's like not a crack in the glass. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of get I don't know if I have enough of wax left in here to fill this one up, but it will be enough just for tomorrow. It'll probably be like halfway full, close to halfway. So just like whatever, however much is fine. Because like I said, it's just here tomorrow. So, and I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase more of this wax. It might be good for like candles, just for candles, like decorative. Well, not decorative, but to use just only as a candle. But like I said, this does not burn pure. And I did talk about it in my other video, and it's like no shade to the company or whatever. It's just that it's just something that I'm gonna use as sort of like a heating candle for emergency. Because like I said, there's something impurities in here from something. So it may be like some plastic particles or something mixed in here. Like I have no idea because it really doesn't say, it just says natural ingredients. So there may be a better description on the where I got it from on Amazon. Yeah, so pretty much the rest of it does fill this up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour the rest of that in there. And I don't remember how long. It might have took like 45 minutes for this whole thing to melt. I really don't remember. It was like last year since I used uh, and this method also it probably just take longer because the method that I'm using to heat it up. So like I said, even in an emergency situation, this beverage warmer is a great item to have because you can keep heat up or to keep something warm as well as thank you, Erica. As well as if you do need to make a candle in an emergency situation or you ran out or you need to make more, you can go ahead and try this method. And currently, this is using actually using about the same amount or watts as the mini glue gun. So just a few seconds ago, it was saying 18, and it's kind of going back and forth to it says 17 now. So I guess you could say 18. So they both have the same using the same wattage. And sometimes like things will say that on the little it'll tell you this one says like for instance 120 volts, 60 megahertz and 10 watt. It's saying 10 watts on here, but it was reading putting out 16. So I'm not really sure if I'm saying 10, but it's all here. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt this, and I'm not gonna like time it. I'm gonna just say possibly 45 minutes to melt the whole thing. So you can, I guess you can generate the how many watts you use by 45 minutes, by 17 watts, and try to like figure it out. And I really don't have to because I really could just look at my battery and just see how much uh, energy it's exactly using. But like I'm not getting all the technical whatever. I just need to know roughly about how many watts of output that it's spitting out. So in an emergency situation, I probably wouldn't use this. But I'm just saying if you do have like more power than what I have, that it definitely would be a good thing to use. Like I said, if you need to make or repair any candles or just to warm up or keep something warm. But that's it. I am gonna come back. Come back. I'm sorry, my throat is still breaking up from allergies or whatever, the weather. And I am going to come back after I have this melted just to show you what it looks like and to pour it in here. And these wicks are pretty much a good size for this. I would have preferred them a little longer, but like this is just a bag that I bought. I don't know how tall these are, but it's a pretty decent size. So long as I don't fill it all the way up. So if I fill it like right here, just anywhere between like right here and right here would be a decent fill for this container, which I don't plan on filling all the way anyways. I'm just going to use the rest of this. And that it may only fit it like here. I don't even know if it's going to get it halfway full. But if not, I could go ahead and melt a little bit of this and put on top of it. I'm not really sure. It just depends on how much this makes. And like I don't remember how much when it's melt down. If it's like half or fourth amount, or if it's like exactly close to the same. But I will show it again to show how much it is. And then when I come back and it's melted, so right now it's pretty much full. It's like here. So I will come back and say if it's about the same amount in case you're wanting to purchase this wax. I do like it because it does have like a nice smell. It has some kind of, it's like a light smell or something. I don't even can describe the smell. It's kind of like a sweet smell, flower smell. It might smell like honey or beeswax. I'm not really sure. I can't really describe the smell right now. I can't like think of what it smells like, but it does definitely does have like a nice smell. So if you want like a lightly scented candle wax, this is a nice. I don't know the name of it. It's MICKAI. So this is I would think that it would be good to use for candles because it is saying it is great to use for candle making, lip balm, polish, and etc. for like cosmetic needs or whatever. So that's why I was, and it says it's unscented on here, but it does have like a light smell. And like I said, this is a 2 pound bag. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I did get it off of Amazon. And like I said, I do like it because there's a light smell to it, and it is does like cool fast. So after you make it, and like I said, the only con is to me is just that it doesn't burn clean. So I don't know what other chemicals or what it doesn't say it says natural ingredient 100% pure natural ingredients. So whatever other natural ingredients are in here is not burning pure. So I might have to go back to Amazon and see what other ingredients are in here. But I'm not saying that I won't purchase this again in the future, but I probably will check around and try other things and just like compare it to other beeswax that's on Amazon. And as far as like pricing, I think it was a decent price for the product that I got. So yeah, I'm not really sure yet, but after I do more research and if I find something better that does burn cleaner, I will come back and report in like whether it's sooner or later. It may not be to next year, 2 years, year and a half. Either way, if I do find something better, I definitely will come back and report. Just for those people that do like making their own candles or just want to make candles for the first time and you just want something like overall great quality and price, I will be back. Okay, so I am back. It has been about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and this candle wax is not fully melted, but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in here. I started it at 6:40. It is now 8:20. That's all the problem I have with this is that it's melting, it's hardening back up, which is the same problem I had like last year. So I guess it's heating up so slow that it's starting to melt back, which is fine because as long as it's a little hot, I can kind of like the liquid that's there, I can just kind of like compact the wax down. And it's okay because once you light the wick, it's gonna get hot and melt the wax anyways. And then I probably will go ahead and nuke some of this to put on top. And it did melt down to about half the wax from the container did melt down like halfway. So in a second, I will go ahead and show you. But in the meantime, I'm talking. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of let it finish trying to melt for these few minutes or seconds while I'm talking. And then last year also, I might have melted it in smaller batches because I wasn't sure how much wax I needed for a candle, and I was making like smaller candles last year. So I probably didn't fill this up. So I probably like I said, melted it in smaller batches and just poured it and refilled it. So it probably went faster like that. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Uh, but it is Thanksgiving, the night before Thanksgiving. Also, my Jackery was at 95% when I started like an hour and a half ago, and it's right now currently it just went down to 79 as I was talking. So it went down from what I say 95 to 79 for like an hour and a half for melting this. So that's personally why I said an emergency. I wouldn't necessarily use this to make candles. For instance, I might use like if I made a fire to cook or something, I would go ahead and just put it in a container and just after I'm finished cooking, just put the container on the fire and let it melt and just stay close by and check on it, make sure it's not getting too hot. Cause this summer doing barrel, I did use like the canning jars to heat up water. And one of them actually did burst on me while I was heating it up on the grill. So I guess it either got too hot in one spot, and I guess the stuff boiled. There's like bubbles, And so it might have gotten just like too hot in one spot. And so when I went to pick it up, the air bubble probably like moved really fast or probably like bounced, probably like build up. And then by the time it like bounced, because that's all energy is just like little energy, balls of energy. Uh, and as they heat the water up, the molecules in the water, they just, as it boils, they move more faster and rapidly. So, whatever. I'm not trying to get like scientific or do like chemistry lesson, but basically, or there could have been just like a small crack in the glass and I didn't know it or see it or realize it. Either or a combination of both. But either way, the glass did like burst on me, and it did it only as I went to like pick it up. And thank goodness it didn't like shatter out and like as a projectile like getting somebody eye or anything. So next time I know when I do pick glass to go ahead and wear like safety goggles. So that is one precaution if you do ever use I guess it wasn't a smart idea in the first place because I could have. Well, I was trying to heat it up faster, so I didn't want to put like a pot because I felt like the glass was gonna like heat up faster than the metal. And then plus on top of that, I was finished cooking, so I was letting the fire, die out. So it wasn't like at its. Well, I didn't think it was at its hottest, but it was just like after the fact that I had cooked, the fire was still hot. The coals were like burning off or whatever. So I didn't think it was that hot. So that's why I didn't go ahead and put. I didn't feel like it was gonna be hot enough to like make the pot boil. So that's why I did it like that. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of show you, and you really can't tell. Like I say, it does harden back up on itself fairly fast. And I don't know if it's because it's not even that hot. It got on my hand and just that fast. You can see how fast they hardened up. But I'm not gonna like tilt it because I don't want it to waste out. But it is like soft. It's just like soft. So I am gonna go ahead and pour it. There is some liquid, and like I say, for the most part, the wax is soft. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it in there because it doesn't matter. Like I say, as you light your candle, the wax is gonna melt anyways. So it's still like soft and fiber, kind of like a buttery texture, like melted butter when it's still a little solid. Like after you heat it up and then it's just sitting cooling, like as it hardens back up. That's kind of like the consistency of it. So I'm just gonna. Some of it has hardened back up around the side, but it is soft enough for me to just like easily scrape it out. So I'm just gonna scrape it in there. And that's what I was afraid of, bending my wig. And I have to be careful not to bend my wig, which I did do. And it's fine because it's a little extra long anyways. So I just gotta try to not to get the large clumps on top of the wig because there's nothing to hold the wig up. So I'm gonna just try to like put it around the wig so it'll stand up. Like I said, it is like pliable, like soft butter, melted butter texture. So I can scrape it off the sides and just go ahead and get it in there. And after I finish, I'm gonna just show you what it looks like so you can see that it's soft enough for me to get most of it out. And it is still hardening back up on itself, so I'm trying to kind of work fast and effective enough to not make the clumps too big so that it doesn't bend my wicks. And I think I'm just gonna stop like right there. I'm not really gonna do too much. I'll just basically fill the bottom and then just try to go around the wick so that the wick stand up. And I'm not really gonna show it because I don't want to compromise the position of the wick. So I'm not even gonna show you how it looks. But I am gonna go ahead like I said, and just melt some of this. And this is kind of soft. You can see as I push it with my fingers. It's like room temperature. Like in here, it is 75 degrees, and I did just turn my oven on about uh 30 minutes ago, or 20, maybe 20 minutes ago, 20 30 minutes ago. I have a pecan, however you say it, I say pecan, but I have a pie in the oven for tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and start my desserts for tomorrow. So right now I'm doing a pecan pie. I'm going to do like a kind of a peach cobbler and then an apple pie. I'm gonna do those three tonight, and as soon as I finish with this wax here, I am. Well, actually, right now, when I finish recording this, I'm going ahead and start my noodles for my mac and cheese. So tonight I will be doing just my mac and cheese and three desserts. And then during this hour and a half while I was waiting for this wax to melt, I did go ahead. I wiped out my refrigerator, washed the remaining of my evening dishes, kind of cleaned out leftovers out the fridge. I did start one load and was able to put them in the dryer, and I'm just gonna leave them till the morning. As well as, like I said, I already started and have one dessert in the oven. So I pretty much got a lot done while waiting for this to melt. And that is one good thing about this. You can kind of just set it and just like leave it and keep coming back to it, because there's almost like no fire hazard in having this, but it still is something electrical. It could like get too hot, and there is some like wax on here. And again, this is glass, so there are still safety precautions and measurements to take into account, and you still have to just like keep checking back on it, the same as anything that's electrical or that you're heating up. So you don't want to just like leave it and just forget about it. You do want to keep checking back, every few minutes, as well as making sure that it's not in the reach of any kids. Because my 2-year old, she was right now I put her in bed just about 30 minutes ago as well. So yeah, I've been pretty busy doing a lot of things, multitasking. So just like as a mom, that's just what you do. But she is in the bed, thank goodness. Because without my helpers, so my other two team, I am having to like stop multiple times. I cannot finish one task. Um, so with her, it's like I have to check back on her like every 2 to 3 minutes, like literally. I can't leave her too long by herself, or like even though this is like open living room, kitchen area, there's like no doors, just besides like a wall that's here. So about the couch area, she can kind of like hide. So I do have to, like I said, keep checking back. I have to kind of do a little task, check back on her, go back to what I was doing, check back on her. And then of course, when she's not making noise, that's the most concern for me. And she was coming like in the kitchen, checking in on me as well, but she kind of was just like in the way in the kitchen. She was just like taking stuff out of the cabinet, moving things around, making more work for me. So I did try to find her, some toys to play with, but of course, like kids this age, they're just more curious than anything. So they're not gonna necessarily play with like traditional toys. They'll just like make their own fun out of unusual uh I forgot the other word. Just stuff that they shouldn't be, unconventional ways to make fun and toys. So they're just like using their imagination and kind of exploring and learning what things are and what they do and can do. For example, every time I'm taking a bath, I guess she's learning the difference between us like swimming and sinking, like floating and sinking. So she just randomly like throws stuff in the tub, I guess, to see if they're gonna float or sink. And then also I think she does it because she likes toys in her bathtub. and she thinks that I want toys, and or she wants to get in the tub every time I run bath water. She thinks it's time for her to bathe. So it's just like a combination of things. But that is it. And this is the only candle that I'm making for today. Like I said, it is for Thanksgiving. As you can see, it's not a pretty candle, but isn't this about halfway full? So I am gonna just like scoop some of this in a container, melt it down, and just pour it on top of there. And yeah, I think that will give it a pretty nice smell. Cause in here there's like Crisco plus this candle is like a lilac lavender. And then this kind of smells like honey. So if you could just imagine it's just gonna be like a flowery, kind of a sweet dessert kind of smell. So if you could just imagine lavender, lilac, and honey, just imagine what this smells like. That's pretty much what this is gonna smell like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and melt as much of this as possible and pour it on top. That way, pretty much tomorrow I could just light it and just not necessarily forget about it, but like almost just like, have a nice scent going all day. Just as long as I'm keeping an eye out for it, especially with my toddler around. But I will have it at least, well, excuse me, I don't know that my brother is definitely coming, but my mom called me and said she will be here. So between me and her, we should be able to keep a pretty good eye on her. And then also, if one of us leaves the room, I will put it out of reach so that she can't get to it. But other than that, I just hope everyone has a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And I may be back tomorrow. I probably won't do a video or live tomorrow morning because I have to get up early to put my turkey dressing in the oven. So I probably more than likely won't. I might just do like a little short, or maybe I might just only do shorts tomorrow evening after lunch or whatever. And I'll probably just take the day off just to like relax because I know I'm going to be pretty tired from just like cooking and then cleaning and just putting away the food or whatever and just enjoying our family. So I probably will be back Friday sometime. But I might do just a short video just to say happy Thanksgiving or just a short. And I might just like post pictures of my desserts as well as my table. But I'm not really sure, just depending on how I'm feeling, how tired I am, and if I remember and can charge my battery up, because I might be so busy that I don't charge my electronics up enough to take pictures and videos. But I am gonna go ahead and go. So my voice is going out. So I'm gonna try. It's so funny. I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk and nothing is coming out, but yeah, I'm gonna try to go get me a cold refreshing drink to like what do you call it? To relax and to make my throat feel better at the moment. But thanks for watching and do have a safe Thanksgiving as well as the other holidays that are coming up because not everyone celebrates Thanksgiving, Christmas, but there are a lot of other like Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, New Year's, Chinese New Year. There are like a bunch of different holidays coming up just between now and the New Year and just like shortly after the New Year. But I just want to say, just happy holidays in general, whether you celebrate or not. And either way, if you do or you don't, you just need to make sure that you are being safe. Even if you're not celebrating, you do need to watch out for other people that do celebrate, especially criminals that are looking to take advantage of people being busy and not paying attention to like their surroundings and what's going on. But once again, Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you soon.